Ambassador Mr. Henry Petro Costa. We say welcome home, welcome back to Mama Liberia. Liberians celebrate you in the great star. Thank you for speaking for us, for standing in the gap for us. That's why we celebrate you and say welcome. Welcome. Liberia, welcome you. Welcome. 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 I want to go to welcome. We welcome you. We welcome you back. Everybody celebrating you. Everybody should be letting you. We are happy for you. We are happy for you. Who do you get over? Liberia, welcome you. We welcome you, yeah. The woman is celebrating you. The papa is celebrating you. All the young people celebrating you. Mr. Costa, Aaron Costa. The men are giving life for Liberian people. The men are staying in the gap for Liberian people. He not scared of anything. Why you come to Liberian people? He don't want to know about your life. What for Liberian people business? We welcome you. Mr. Costa, Aaron Costa, welcome home, welcome back. We missing you. Everybody celebrating you. Costa, Aaron Costa, welcome Costa, Aaron Costa, welcome Petro Costa, welcome Costa, welcome Mr. Costa, welcome Costa, welcome Costa, welcome Aaron Costa, welcome Costa. Welcome, Mr. Costa. Welcome, Costa. Welcome. Everybody celebrating you. What kind of man you are. You're not afraid to say the truth. You can stand anywhere. When it comes to Liberian people's business, you always speaking the truth. Whether it will take your life, you don't want to know. That's why we celebrating you, honoring you, celebrating you. Political lion, Aaron Costa, we welcome you today. Welcome, 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 Costa, welcome, Aaron Costa, welcome, Costa, welcome, Aaron Costa, welcome, Petro Costa, welcome, Costa, welcome, Mr. Costa, welcome, 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 Costa, welcome. Costa, welcome, Aaron Costa, welcome, Costa, welcome, Mr. Costa, welcome, Costa, welcome, welcome.
Get the pay, you need to step down. Don't forget to step down. Every day you get the pay, you need to step down. Hey, go back to class, step down. No justice for the poor, you need to step down. Somebody we are step down. Every day from every day, you need to step down. Don't forget to step down. Because they get power, you need to step down. Hey, go back to class, step down. Some people, you need to step down. Somebody we are step down. We tire, we comfort, you need to step down. Don't forget to step down. You say you former player, you need to step down. Hey, go back to class, step down. No football and killing me, you need to step down. Somebody we are step down. People JFK to Park, you need to step down. Oh my goodness, step down. Education very poor, you need to step down. Some of them we are step down. You don't have a feeling, you need to step down. Don't forget to step down. No good health care, you need to step down. Oh my goodness, step down. You know I say the truth, you need to step down. Oh my goodness, step down. Everybody go eat crazy. We tired of WEAH. We tired of fucking flow. Back who me suffering. Them can rather suffering. They can rather suffering. Yana go suffering. What we get here every day. No more Yakube. No more fucking flow. You need to step down. Some of them we are step down. So we are suffering. You need to step down. Don't forget to step down. Suffering too much, you need to step down. Oh my goodness, step down. You want to get here, you need to step down. Some of them we are step down. Nowhere to go, you need to step down. Don't forget to step down. No money in the bank, you need to step down. Oh my goodness, step down. Don't forget getting people, you need to step down. Some of them we are step down. You need to step down. Don't forget to step down. Everybody, hey, suffering us, suffering us, fucking run, back here low, fucking run, back here low. Sabu unit, back here low. Hero. Prophet hero, Mama Yombri Tanga, Steve Sabo, Elian Yue, Jose Yumo the criminal in this government, Samuel Twer, Natalon Magay, Jabasi Poti, Moluban Molu. Say former player, you need to step down. Some of them we are step down. No football again, me need to step down. Don't forget to step down. People dying every day, you need to step down. Oh my goodness, step down. JFK to Park, you need to step down. Oh my goodness, step down.
They would like it.
When you day, fellow Liberians, vote Joseph Boakai for the continued development in Liberia for better life. EJ, I'm back. Love Liberia, love Liberia, teach Liberia, pay Liberia, love Liberia, teach Liberia, pay Liberia, fuck Liberia. DJ Pole, you're giving, Mr. Pole, you're giving, DC get up, you're giving, the country giant coming. See Joseph Boakai, see my Nukwe, see Joseph Boakai, see my Nukwe. For peace and unity, you're level for Joseph Boakai. Let me say they are. You're level for Joseph Boakai. For safety water, you're level for Joseph Boakai. For allegation, you're level for Joseph Boakai. For fair play and justice, you're level for Joseph Boakai. For agriculture, you're level for Joseph Boakai. For development, you're level for Joseph Boakai. Since Maria
Hey, your level. My people, your level. Hey, your level. Love Liberia. Love Liberia. Teach Liberia. Hey, Liberia. Love Liberia. Teach Liberia. Hey, Liberia. Liberia. NIMBA Kante, Sano Kante, Lofa Kante, Bon Kante, Wejile Kante, Sano Kante, Levele Kante, Lobati Kante, Magibi Kante, Weku Kante, Lobases Kante, Bapolu Kante, Wekema Kante, Wembaso Kante, Monsoaro Kante, Monsoaro Kante, NIMBA Kante, Sano Kante, Lofa Kante, Bon Kante, Wekile Kante, Sano Kante, Levele Kante, Lobati Kante, Magibi Kante, Weku Kante, Lobases Kante, Bapolu Kante, Wekema Kante, Wembaso Kante, Monsoaro Kante, Monsoaro Kante. Jojo, Tantan,
Representative Yeke Koluba. One of the primary reasons why I call you here is that a lot of us, including me, we are concerned about your recent pronouncement with the formulation of a new group. I see you buried it. I don't know the name of
the Opposition Protection Unit. Protection Unit.
The Opposition Protection
You
Unit.
see, so I mean, all of the verse, all of the verse, and were printed from where all in Liberia. You can
Opposition
in Liberia.
Protection Unit.
Yes.
OPU.
Yeah, and you see me my burial, right? Are you going live for the people to know?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
I
live.
hope that 419 thing there. I hope you're going live.
Everything you want me to blah, even the lie.
You see some of my people, right? They are in the beret.
So why did you form this group?
The president said no security. You think I'm going to say about to kill me? 2023 will be more. It will be worse than what happened July 26. This and it will be protecting our political leaders and protecting our supporters and the Liberian people. And don't take it for a joke.
The Liberian people, the police are here.
Where you go, start making fun of them. We are going to train people for self-defense. I'm a former police officer. Riot control. I did riot control at the police academy. I am one of the instructors. We started already. We started doing our physical fitness. We got some martial art people, trying to train our people. Master day martial. I'm a second day black belt holder. Where you go where?
Where's the training?
You will be invited on our second training day.
So you have had a first training?
We had the first training, and the people that will train already, those are some of the people you see behind me. We have started the training with the first 50 men. Because one of the people said, until you can be tracked, we'll protect ourselves. Oh, you think I'm joking with it? And I said, nobody can ask me why you wearing a vest. Nobody's supposed to ask me. Do we have security in the country? The president said the security is no more. Double, like in the same house.
Paper before you approved, Minister Twe, you saw the numbers. You saw the number. Was it $1? Was it $10? Was it 1 million? How much did you approve that the president should use on the street?
Listen to me. The president has several legs of the trip. The president allowances are calculated on several different budgets, send different times, different levels of approvals because there are different legs. I wouldn't be able to. I would have to do that math and sit in all that technical detail.
Tell us about the first leg.
So I would
tell us only about the first leg. Let me consider. No, Minister, hold on now. Minister Twe. Thousands of Liberians, Minister Twe.
I don't know the
with all due respect, I got to move on to the others, guys. Thousands of Liberians listen to you, 10,000 of them. Minister Samuel D. Twe, Minister of Finance. how much did you approve for like one? Monrovia to Morocco.
Listen,
how much did you approve?
I listen. I do not sit on the president's approvals and say, like, you don't do that. The president has a trip. The Ministry of State makes the request through the channels of the government. The approvals are made on the calculations are made based on what the president is entitled to, and that those budgets are paid. According to the 2016 ordinance, which we're using, besides per dimes and hotel flights, rates, presidents are entitled to daily allowance of 2,000. That's a standard calculation that the ministry uses. Ministers and heads of entities, I think, have their daily rates. So all these rates, depending on the number of days, they are calculated. The president's leave was entitled to 2,000 incidental per day. We're using President Sirleaf's ordinance. Our government, for cost consideration, even though inflation has eaten up all of those costs, we still are going by the 2016-2017 travel ordinance. So these travel offices in the different entities use these calculations and send their travel request. I'm not going to sit down on a budget
we are moving on to Dr. Richardson, but Minister, before we do that,
so it's important for Nigerians to know that there are rules by which things are calculated.
Minister, on this show tonight, we'll be very fair and we'll respect our time. Chairman Ben Senvi, welcome to the show. But I will hold you on this, and Liberia should hold you on this. Liberian home and abroad should hold you on this. That you are not giving us, you as a finance minister, you are not giving us a projected amount, whether of the first leg, the second leg, the third leg of this personal trip. Are you confirming that? You are not telling them how much you signed for. You say you approve it. How much did you approve?
Stanton.
Yes, sir.
Stanton.
Yes, sir.
The Liberian budget is 784 million. The Minister of Finance signs, I think my people have calculated that, but I will check again. I don't know if we have. Tens of thousands of requests.
God, we are in trouble, my people. Look at this, man.
Every year, the number of requests that come to my office for approval. You are sitting here telling me that every time
Liberia is in trouble, my people,
or an agency request for 30,000, 50,000, and all these things. The number of trips the president has made for 5 years. You expect for me to keep that information in my head?
I'm not asking you to give me information from 3 years. I am not asking you to give me information from 1 year ago. I'm asking you to give me information that you signed in the month of Minister Twere.
The line of questioning is
the president took a trip from November 1st. On the first information, they were still all of the country up to the visit in Washington, D.C. You, Minister Twere, you said you approved the budget. You said it. Before you approved the budget, you went over the budget from like 1 to like 1 billion, whatever it will be. Hold on now. Hold on. How much did you see on the paper before you signed? Did you sign blindly?
I did not see anything. That's what I'm telling you. I did not see anything.
So what did you approve? What did you approve?
Listen to me. Listen, the president request comes to the Ministry of Finance. I can be in Washington, D.C. and make approvals. Okay, my office staff sees the request and they say the president's traveling to this, and my job is to make sure you have to get the president where the president has to go, accelerate the processing, and to do that. Lots of paperwork, lots of things. I'm not going to be looking at all of that.
So I just told you right now. I got to move. Make the story easy for us. You are out of the country.
I don't know what. I don't know what the point is. I can't stay here.
We will get to the bottom of this today because Liberia want to know the truth. You were out of the country, we agree. You were out of the country, Minister. You are saying your office staff told you, and you can verbally approve these things. When you return to the country, did you go over the document? Did you go over the document? I don't need to. Why am I going? So you just approved something. Are you saying you approved something that you didn't see? Are you saying you would make approval on document that you didn't read over?
Listen. I just told you that I don't come home and ask for all approvals and say, what are all the numbers that were approved? No. There are different budgets that the Ministry of State can send on any given travel. The paradigms of all of these people, the paradigm of the president,
We
the
understand all
president's
that, Minister. We talk about this trip that took place on the 1st of November. Just tell us. You signed it. You said you approve it. Why can't you tell us?
I'm not going to take a number. I'm not going to take a number that I can't call a number of head. I can't call a number of heads.
I listen to you guys. We have Simon Toy in studio. He's the Minister of Finance. We're going to ask our question on the president trip. From there, we're going to go to the next topic. Dr. Francine Chinwe Richardson, please. Your two questions.
It appears that this is a pattern of you not wanting to answer how much money that you approved for the president's budget. On a previous show you were on, you refused to answer this question. You are also refusing to answer this question again. Do you not find that how much the president travels with is important, especially considering that Liberia is in like crisis right now with like rights crisis, corruption, and all of those things? Do you not find that's an important thing to know as a finance minister?
You're telling me that the representation the president is making, I should consider it not important. And my advice to the president should be that, Mr. President, don't go to the COP to make the case for Liberia. Don't go to Qatar, where the country stands to benefit in terms of road infrastructure and agricultural transformation. That you know, to advise the president not to go to Paris to honor international obligations. I mean, the president's one trip at some point
I'm sorry, Mr. Twer.
Abu Dhabi.
Mr. Twer,
listen to me.
Hold on, Dr. Richardson. Let you finish. Hold on, let you finish.
Yeah. Has landed you 100-bed hospital in Bapulu. The cost of that 100-bed hospital, the benefit that means to the people of Liberia, that avails to the people of Liberia, is an example of why. So no Minister of Finance, no minister can ask a president not to take a trip. Yes, there are emergencies and there are challenges in the country. The president is engaged by his way to resolving these challenges. It's not like the president goes away and he's not running the country. If you're sending that picture, then that's a wrong picture to send. The correct picture to send is that the president is ably representing the country. If the president doesn't travel at all, it will be seen by the international community that he doesn't honor his obligation. And Liberians will be saying, but why our president doesn't go anywhere? Why does this president not go anywhere? What is he?
Thank you, Minister Twer.
That would be the conversation.
To ask a second question. Dr. Richardson, please.
Minister Twer, you did not answer my question at all. You went on a rampant with what you thought I asked you. My question to you is that this is a pattern of you not answering what was the budget for the president. On a previous,
that is not true.
Excuse me, Minister Twer, please give me the honor to ask my question, please. All right, thank you. On a previous show, you were asked this question and you didn't answer. You were asked, what's the president's budget? I'm surprised that you're not on TJ Maxx show when you were on ELBC. I watched that interview. You should know that we are going to be asked. Well, that's not the issue. Okay. Listen,
I was never asked this
question. Listen, okay? If you feel like you do not know the answer to how much you give the president to travel, then say that you don't know the answer, especially in the eyes of Liberians who are currently suffering, that you can take any amount of money and give to the president to travel and not know how much it is. Yeah, Liberians don't have food to eat. They don't have electricity, but we can give any amount of money to the president to travel. That's what I wanted to point out here to you. But if you don't know the answer to it, you don't know the answer to it. But thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. Kev Hassan, your two questions.
So I need to respond to that.
Please do.
You cannot say I give.
I did. Now for any kind of a motive, with any kind of intent, say I'm on 2 days to get this. No, I didn't do that. What happened was very simple. We succeeded in a protest
the protest, the finance minister, Mr. Twe, called me, talked to me. He said, I think the protest. They make available. Listen to the story. Don't ask me questions. Why again? They make 3 months available in a bank. So everybody jubilated this and that. Then came the Chief Justice, Francis Cocker, who said that the grounds of the judiciary were not placed that people should protest for any other reason. He wanted to prove a point to mean that he was subduing me. Now, he didn't know who he wanted to subdue me. The first thing I know, my grandma told me what I did at the age of 3, that's it 2. It was my birthday, which of course I born August 7. She said she wanted to cook, I know, those are who come from Maryland. There's some of they big wraps, they call it tabadu. They can try, open it up. So tabadu. She said she was going to give me a heat. Then my cousin, I just come from Moravia, and she loved my cousin more than, people are, biased too. Love is biased. Yeah. So she went to get it, I saw it, I started crying. So she tried to think that she can cajole me. I didn't cry until my grandpa came. My grandma said, I told my grandpa, so I said, she said she was going to give me the thing, she gave me, she gave it to me. So my grandma, she said, she beat me up, I refused to eat it. So from that time, my grandma said, I never been to the house too much. Like when she said, boy, I will be son of a and my grandma said, what I did it all. Then I refused my own food. So hunger strike, the story, and this and that, right? Fred, Wendy, all the one happened. Still, the nation did not know that Achipomo can do anything again.
Yeah.
But look at my history. Hunger strike. That one went look. Hunger for you the first day, you can bear it. You can manage it. The second day, look, the intestine can start. Then it will get dry. The one that will end up at 10 to 12, I will finish it. And luckily for me, one guy that I got where I started talking to that guy say, actually, you're not looking good. I call Kevin Demi announced it. And right in town, the ambulance came. I got sick. So that what happened. So when the issue of the thing, the chief justice said, everybody started calling me. Have you seen a full crash? 12,000 workers come and say, actually, they come and dismiss people trying to protest with you. I said, no, you can't do it. It is going to find a means of it. Then they said, they got ready for you to arrest you and all that kind of things. So I said, chief justice, they can't do it. I said, let me go see. But before I go and see, I already prepared. What will happen will happen. So when I went there for 2 days for the break, you saw the video, right?
Yeah.
So it was the break that provoked me now to say, but the teacher said, I don't think he's thinking the way I think to say, oh, the way they put people, everybody go by the way. Now, because now you feel, we engage the government through you because if you read Article 37 of the American Constitution, say, but if my petition your representative, where am I working? Petition. Who my representative in the government? That teacher said, who's your petition? He, right? Then the government said, bring it away. Then you won't make it personal. Say you won't make it personal, it became personal between you and myself. Because if the teacher they put you in jail, who the law will go saying for you?
Nobody.
So the teacher them myself, right? So we'll go there. Nobody. So what's in it? So anytime you want to keep me in jail, what will happen when that happens? So I'm not even thinking about jail. I just want to prove a point. Say you want to prove a point. That's all I prove a point. Who point we pick up? That was all. And I tell them myself, nobody. You understand? Right now, I'm on you, right? I know you know.
Around, the only thing that kept us going and that kept us focused is reading. So reading gives you the ability to be focused and to communicate. Communication skills without reading cannot be improved. Read everything and anything, even sound bold, because it gives you the ability, as the young man said, to comprehend where you're going, what you want to do, and how you want to do it. So reading is very important. Okay? So thank you very much. Good to see you all. Myself, even up to today, I still reading. You saw just the other day at the United Nations, and I had a speech. In 3 days, I kept reading.
One of the things that the chairman emphasized on was our brother who's coming here who want to contest. Nothing on my girl. let me comment on that. Then I will leave you to query me to put me in the hot seat. I know the brother very well. We were friends before. We're not friends anymore because certain things happen. And let me tell you why. And like I said, this is an honest discussion. We parted companies because he was encouraging the most criminal land administrator in Magabi ever had, called Joe, and I'll call names, Joe Dora. I went to him many times for him to be fired. He said, oh, let advise the man, let advise the man. How do you advise a guy who is a criminal land seller to be land administrator? What is the demarcation on that one? Since that time, I fed up from him. So that's what it is. But I've got to be fair. Nobody is happy for anybody downfall. Nobody should ever be happy because you don't know what comes in your way tomorrow. So why we cannot be, but we got to be clear. The issue our brother is faced with is not a party issue, not a citizen issue. It's a national issue with international implications. The greatest ally, the best powerful ally, that is the only superpower in the world, is saying, my man, they took you from the president's office. You are the most corrupt man in Liberia. Get out of the president's office. You are a threat to Liberia, to the development of this country. They yank you out, they force you out. You can say, oh, you resign. No. He never imagined he would have, because he's a run around because he's a prime minister. He calls himself the most important minister in government. So he never imagined he would have left that position. He was yanked out by our partners. What does that mean? So the president, I can say, was helped. The president is a lucky man to be saved from a guy who wanted to own everything according to the Americans. Not that one say no. Not that one say no. Our most important ally. These are the people who help us to burn $100 drugs. If they did that, and they have been cooperating with us on many fronts, why now the most important thing for you, these people that was named, that was sanctioned, they didn't steal from America, they stole from you. Your money, the investors that were starved, according to you read that. Some of you who read it would know. Investors are the ones that provide jobs. Government don't provide jobs. Government only got few people on payroll. But the companies that come here. So if you interfere with the successful landing of investors, are you a good person? So if the Americans say, sir, you are the most corrupt man in modern day Liberia, I think you need to get out of the public space. Yes. Our view is that this brother should not even think about contesting. He should go and seek repentance and go and clear his name to be delisted. That's our official position on this one. I am not going to even go the route. I'm not going to go even the route and say, oh, you're from Bako, you're from there. I'm not going to go that route because I'm part of the melting pot. Magibi is a melting pot. But this is the issue. NEC will take care of the issue, the electoral laws. You got to be domiciled for a year. And as far as we know, the evidence is that the brother lives in District 6, Mosuara County. So we will leave that to that. But what we are focusing on is the presidency must be saved from people who only care about themselves. I think the fact that this brother was plucked out of the president's office, I think it's a good thing for Liberia. It's a victory for your WEAH. I can tell you that. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I sit, we welcome the debate. But the Americans are very clear. We did our part. These guys did not steal from us. They stole from you. We just love Liberia for its development. We want you to succeed, so we pointed you out. So if you want to be relevant in the body politics of Liberia, go and fight to save your name. And I don't think Magidi is a dumping ground for unwanted public officials who have been betrayed. I thank you very much.
A friend said, oh my God, you can't here because you want to our job. I said, what a job? I just want a job. You want to have another job. What am I going to come for? Somebody will take it, correct? Somebody will be sending up for mother. I'm going to do somebody will be sending up. But can not one man help all the Maggie people? No. You become senator, you can't get job to all the Maggie people. That's possible. So there are bigger things Maggie people should be fighting to protect in that one senator job. Because somebody will get it anyhow. Whether that me, not me, it will go to somebody. For sure. But the question I ask, who in a position to help more Maggie people get jobs? All the people that want to run for senator, where get started, all the people that are running and want to be senator. Which one of them when they get a job will be able to help all of Maggie people to grow up? And so we in a position to do more than most of our people want to do. We in a position to do more.
All right, folks. So let me make quick announcement. We'll get one more clip. The subject of the matter tonight. That clip. I bring it in, but I got to make an announcement. PYJ was interviewed yesterday, Liberian time, by VOA James Buddy. And told James Buddy on the international wire, VOA, Voice of America, okay? That George WEAH and his government officials, in their majority, they have been pulling in another phone call. They have been going to a house to begging for vote, for NIMBA County vote, for the ensuing 2023 election, scheduled for Tuesday, October 10, 2023. All right? That clip, we got it here. We're going to play it you hear for your own self. All right? Number 2, we have come to realize, and other people have been calling us to buttress our effort, that there are a lot of us traveling to Liberia March 2023 with the sole purpose of contributing to our country's political development in the form of democracy, to go and register to vote in October. So we are calling on you. If you are under my voice, you are in a category. I'm in a category. Okay? I want you to inbox me, because something that we noticed from behind the scene from our sources, Election Commission is saying that some party doing nothing, and they are requesting prospective voters to present birth certificate, Liberian birth certificate, or passport, or citizen ID. Now, just so you know, if you were born and raised in Liberia, majority of our people you get birth certificate. People go to get birth certificate when they get opportunity to travel. That's a tradition. Our parents don't even do it for us. Citizen ID, when they initially brought it, it was $5. Now they push it to $10 US. Imagine country that in abject poverty, and they are still stealing from us, and they are subjecting us to that level of insanity and cruelty. Okay? So those of us that are here, like I said the last time, African leaders steal election before election day. You all know what Samuel Kanyando did, right? They steal the election even before the day. So everything we need to do, humanly possible. Those of us who get $1 to $2 here, we fly into Liberia. I'm going to say everything yet that we planning to do, but we want to help our people. When we get there, we should be able to help people who are supposed to vote. That's what they are doing now, and Election Commission said they're not doing nothing about that. They are not even carrying on voter registration awareness. It was initially 3 months. They reduced it. Political parties and political party leaders are not saying anything. And let me tell you something. Their election year is not for joke. Joe WEAH is not waiting to leave power easily. We have to beat it in a formidable manner. Excuse me. That's the way we need to beat it. The way Joe Biden beat Donald Trump in the country, that's how we need to beat George WEAH. If we do that one, my people, it's going to be extremely difficult to win that election. Because he's going to wreck it, even though we already promised him. If Joe WEAH steal that election, we'll take AK-47. Me, I'm talking to you. I'm not talking for myself, I'm talking for plenty of people. Just so you know. We are not taking our story back. We are not taking it back. We will go with John Law Thierry. We will wait for election day. But if we go to Joe Weah Temple with that election, we'll take AK-47. We will fight back. And we all share the government at the end of the day because of what they did yesterday. They did it in 1990, they succeeded. Okay? 1998, they started another thing and they ended up dividing the government 2003. Charter left. Okay? That got Eddie to come to power. That got Joey to come to power. If they try, we will do the same thing. We will share power and we all will sit and hate each other. That's what we're going to do. And guess what? Nobody going to brutal NIMBA County. Nobody going to Lofa County to get started. Nobody going to Zoedru. They want that non-native people or Congo people story here. That not country and and civilized people. They want that country against country. Useless people versus civilized people. That country people children. We will deal with each other. You must try it. So before I come up with that claims, they're begging Prince Johnson, and Prince Johnson call all of their name and their position on VOA. I'm not killing. Okay? So, those of us that got interest going there to register to vote, we are gathering ourselves. We are inboxing each other so that we can do it in a much more civilized manner. When we get there, we know exactly what to do so we can help our people. Some people already volunteer to start sending money there for people to get their voter registration card by getting the citizenship card, by getting birth certificate. Birth certificate is the cheapest. Birth certificate is the cheapest to get. And I think we can get that. So if you know somebody there, you know your people, some will get plenty of people. They ain't get birth certificate. They ain't get citizenship ID. If we offer $100, that can help. We got to help our people because that they play the one steal the election. But the people in Lofa County, how they going to get birth certificate? How they going to get citizenship ID when the government do not even have that office decentralized? They're only in Morovia, in Congo Town. And many people live in Morovia, didn't even know where that office is. Can you imagine? And when they issue it for 2 years. All right? I just wanted to put that out. Let me tell you something. Your inbox me. The telephone numbers are available. I'm going to call the telephone number. The SIM number here, inbox me on 267-648-8012. I'm calling the number. If you are traveling to Monrovia, Liberia, March 2023, with the purpose of going to register to vote, or maybe that's not the primary reasons, give me a call. So we can start cataloging all of us name. When we get there, we group ourselves and we help our people for the time we are there. That's it. That's a scheme already in place. Because even the transitional time, Judy Bryant time, there was voter registration awareness. Why the other election commission want to let they just sitting as subpoena and nothing going on? Okay? So they want to mess with our people. They want to mess with us. They want to steal the vote. They will not steal it because everything they're discussing, their seditions are calling us behind the scenes. Some of them hardcore seditions. Okay? Just so you know, people in the government. All right? But let's go to Prince Johnson clips. Before we go to Prince Johnson clip, let me see. Okay, yeah, I got it right here. You're listening to PYJ.
And I found incompatibility. Coupled with that, the agreement expired. I can no longer renew that agreement.
But why not support one of the parties? I mean, how certain are you that your candidate might win?
We are open to all parties. We are working with ANC. We are working with the Unity Party. We are working with the newly certificated party, EFCC. All of the parties on the ground, we are working with them. So one party cannot win with all the other in the country. So you mean all hands on deck.
Senator Johnson, it is always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much. Happy New Year again to you.
Happy New Year. God bless you, Jimmy.
That was Senator Prince Johnson of Liberia speaking with us from the capital, Monrovia.
That was too fast. That's not all to it.
Working with the Unity Party.
Let me see whether I can start this video.
And I found incompatibility. Coupled with that, the agreement expired. I can no longer renew that agreement.
But why not support one of the parties? I mean, how certain are you that your candidate might win?
We are open to all parties. We are working with ANC. We are working with the Unity Party. We are working with the newly certificated party, EFCC. All of the parties on the ground, we are working with them. So one party cannot win with all the other in the country. So you mean all hands on deck.
Senator Johnson, it is always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much. Happy New Year again to you.
Happy New Year. God bless you, Jimmy.
That was Senator Prince Johnson of Light.
All right, folks, that video there or that interview went into the middle, but you know what? You got a story. Some of you got it from different sources. All right, let me tell you something. Huge government officials and George WEAH himself begging Prince Johnson for NIMBA County votes. All right? In recent time, we heard Senator Johnson talking about the seized NIMBA County Social Development Funds offered by Metal Steel. They seized it. Just WEAH seized it. The same thing he did to Joy Howard Taylor, even though they're having a honeymoon right now. Okay? The government seized it. Now, they're willing to give that money now to the people of NIMBA because they need Prince Johnson vote. And Prince Johnson has come up consistently in recent time that the contract that they signed, George WEAH and his coalition did not live up to that contract by giving NIMBA citizens who are qualified jobs. In addition to that, he refused to talk to him for over 3 years. I'm quoting PYJ. Saying he came out that they're not going to support them any longer, and Jeremiah Kuna is the new standard bearer for Prince Johnson party. Okay? Jeremiah Kun. But the funny thing here is, I thought George WEAH suspended McGill, suspended Gbegugbe number 2, and suspended the former Solicitor General due to the sanctions that United States Treasury imposed on them. Okay, and later asked them to resign, which they did. How come high power delegation, now from the government end and George WEAH side, they are going to the very PYJ now to do exactly what the U.S. government stated in the sanction report. Pay for play or play for pay. Even though Senator Johnson have said with consistency on other media network that he does not have any understanding, he has no location where they got market to sell vote. And y'all know what that means exactly. Y'all know what it means, okay? Even though there is no market to sell vote, but you can still sell your vote. Evident by his own admission, what George WEAH promised he didn't give it. That's how people sell votes. There is no market for it, but there's a market right there. But let's leave that one. What is your take tonight? I don't want to take all the time tonight, okay? Except where you don't have no time to call. If you don't have no time to call, you want to send messages, good job. It is fine for you. We live in a democratic environment, but what we can tell you for sure, you're listening to Magay, right? Magay said other people in the race, they will not offer much job for the people of Maigibi. However, he's a big guy because he stole enough money from the Liberian people caught for under the watch of George WEAH because he himself is a criminal. Okay? Everything this government officials take, they give him share. That's why this guy was struggling. He was not struggling in studio. He will not answer that question. Samuel Toy is a C-square liar, according to Ellis Willing. He will not answer. He knows it. Nobody approved any check that they don't know the amount of that check. Nobody do that. Even if you were not there and you get an automatic stand and your people call you based on his own admission on camera, your people call and tell you exactly how much that. Okay? So we offer George WEAH $96,000 just incidental for 48 days in Qatar watching football. The only significant representation George WEAH made that entire trip was coming to United States U.S. Africa Summit. That was just 1 day or two at most. That's it. The one leg go, the number 2 leg go, the number 3 leg go to go sit down and watch football game countries that had their team in the game. Just where I got there before then. And some of those leaders didn't even go there. They sent their sport delegation there. But you see, there is something here I'm going to pull it there to tell you how unserious these people are. Liberia is in trouble. Like I said the last time, the country is under time bomb. And the reason is simple. We're not going to where we came from. For sure, we're not going there. It will do anything, will be like April says, will be really quick. He will be gone. Because this country the citizens kill each other for 14 years straight. We kill each other. According to media report, about 250,000 people got killed as a result of the very kind of behavior, corruption, at all levels of our system. Today, somebody like George WEAH, my generational member, I'm so ashamed of my generation. I'm so ashamed. And all of us should be ashamed of this level of embarrassment and presidential inadequacy and cruelty. All of us should be ashamed of it. Because this man is inherently wicked. We're going to come up with the 4 auditors that got killed as a result of George WEAH commissioning their death. How in your right mind, with your common sense, you go to no school, somebody who is offering VIP security to a president, they go to NIMBA candidate, they may get shot multiple times in his head. Who commissioned that killed him? For God in heaven's sake. Then you can't even offer cause of death to the person's wife. You can't even give the death certificate. You chase them out of the country. Then you want them to tell you and the world that their husband that just got married, the very SSS people were part of that wedding. Okay? Committed a suicide? Let me tell you something. If you put George WEAH one spot, you put Samuel Kendo one spot, you put Charles Taylor one spot, among the 3 people, I will, even when I'm sleeping, I will choose Samuel Doe, I will choose Charles Taylor. You know why? They make us to understand they were AK-47 people. Okay? If they needed you, they got you, you betray them, they chase you and shoot you. You know the worst people on planet Earth? The people that are like cat. Doe is the best. Doe will make you to understand they can eat poo-poo. But cat we are like, they are super similar and clean. They are not. George WEAH is the worst. Is the worst president. Kuro-minded president. Then he portray peace all the time. He no peaceful. This guy is Kuro-minded. This guy commissioned the auditor's death. You heard it from former Deputy Minister of Information. Even though he's dreaming. He had no audacity to say it where he was. But now he said in America he can say it. You're not man enough, Eugene. You heard Natana Magay talking? When he was a Minister of State and Presidential Affairs, how many Magibians he gave job to? How many of them? How many of them he gave job to? So he won't go to my Gibi now because American government sanctioned him to because that another impoverished county in our country, just like every snow King Kong, somebody who started as driver to Sierra Island, someone who was standing to Sierra Island do at APRC is a millionaire in our country as a result of fraud. This is a man that went to India and single-handedly negotiated or, quote-unquote Western crosser will come in with that later on and bring them and he single-handedly reduced $24 million they owe the government and take kickback and he say over the way King Kong had. Liberia is in trouble, my people. Liberia is in trouble, but see the video. I know you saw it before, but you will see it again before I open the line for you guys to call.
Papa no will. If you want to fire with that. We will never run away from CDC.
I'm at the party. I am a mother party. I am a mother party. I am a mother party. Both away, both away, both away. Hoorah, 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 hoorah. I am a joy, yeah. I am a joy,
We are the masses, we can't get tired. 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 We are the masses.
Now your president though, that the man right there, man Peking. Ome Boakai said, we took man Joe and give it to a boy. That's what we get. That's what we got. Everywhere he goes to dance. If he's not dancing, he came out with song and song for the people of NIMBA County trying to appease them. Because they gave power to their godfather, Prince Johnson, and Prince Johnson is saying not going to support him anymore. He's a fraud. According to Prince Johnson. Africa best, world best, Europe best, all the best. According to Prince Johnson, he thought all these best would have brought development to our country and employ the young people of Liberia, including NIMBA County. Regrettably, that's not the case. Now they are asking the 6 NIMBA County social development funds from Meta State that is taking iron ore from NIMBA people. That did the same thing with Bon County. They did the same thing with Grand Bazaar County that they're using their port to ship the iron ore. They see they were Western Cluster. My people, where are we? So they're bad thing here. They're ugly thing we started since 1980 for the purpose of their conversation. Since 1980. You want to tell me we can't end it now? Now what you're telling us, we can't end it? So we did bad yesterday. So we must continue doing the bad? Then how we go forward now? Even before showtime today. Before this time, that was even got me to get late. I was there on the phone with somebody. Every single day, Liberians are leaving Liberia by enemies. Not only that the country is ugly, but the country is hopeless. The country is hopeless to number nonsense. Hey God. So we'll live in exile forever? So a Liberian people in the majority, especially the young people, that they back to WEAH. My boy, tell me now. That they back to WEAH. Look at the Zogos. The number has quadrupled. That's the force that elected Joshua. Like I said the other time, we got three group of people right now in Liberia. Those are born 1980 today, depending on their birth month, 42 years old, or 43 around that area. 1990 between 32 and 33 years old, my people. 2003, when Chatela said enough is enough, God's willing, I will be back. Those folks that were born, they are 19 to 20 years old today, my people. That number is a typical Just WEAH generation. What did they see? From 1980 to 1990, that's 10 years old. Okay? From 1990 to 2003, you do the math. We are heading towards 17, 18, right? from 2003 to today, when our war officially ended, today in Liberia, not even just Monserrado County, but the seat of the government, Monrovia, does not have functional drinking water. No functional and sustainable electricity. But even just we are still in current. My best friend called me and said, Mary Bro said, she's 71 years old, she tired. They gave her joy and Joey told her that certain people you can't go to them. But they're still in current. They don't pay bills. But these are people that get buck of our money from the back of taxpayer, in addition to what they steal, including Buffer Chima. But a job we are still in current, then a Buffer Chima can't steal it. They're all living in the self-imprisonment prison because they got to build a fence. You don't need to beg pre-WEAH for NIMBA County vote. If you know you are doing well and you have done well, most civilized countries, my people, the last time I checked, your first term, whatever you did, that's what you take to the people to ask them for second mandate. George WEAH and his surrogates are boasting they done great, more than any president in our history. Why are you begging PYJ for NIMBA County votes? Go and give it a try on Tuesday, October 10, 2023. Say you done well and you are doing fabulous on the basis of your own promises. Over 200 plus promises, you only succeeded, accomplishing probably 4 to 5. I'm not a mathematician, but if you were to do the math on the basis of percentage, probably Joe will got 4 to 5%. All of the promises. Why is it 1 crown code? 0. Not just 0, but minus 0. Where is a, how they call it, a Southeast Coastal Highway? Minus 0. Where a anti-corruption? Minus 0. Where a prosperity for the people? Minus 0. Where a security? Minus 0. Where is the job that you promised edition? Minus 0. Ergo, so if I were to name everything CDC put in their book, they call it PAPD, whatever they call that, proper agenda for development and prosperity, they are all 0. My people. But you know where they score 100% and above? Building homes for themselves and increasing their bank accounts. And you see Margaret talking there? Plenty thing. The news can't finish. I'm sorry yesterday I couldn't come out. I wanted to get sufficient into our database. A plenty. Look, a plenty. The news can't finish. It can't finish. We're talking one, the other one coming out. So we just keep talking now until we get to that bridge. But all I can tell you, all of you that are under my voice tonight, we got to call our folks, our family members, our friends, those that we send our money grant to, Western Union, how they call the other one? The one that can't feed it. Okay. Y'all know it. I don't know it. I don't do it. So, y'all know it. The one you can pay small, then they pay small in Liberia. I don't know why I forgot this app. Anyway, because I usually do the commercial on his show. But my people, the lines are open. If you have the number, call us. If this is your first time, when you call us today, save the number. This number is consistent with paying this bill. When we're getting tired, we'll tell you to help. But we're not getting tired anyway. If Martin Luther then have getting tired, we're not going to be here. If Abraham Lincoln are not taking a bold decision that cost his life, we're not going to be here. If John F. Kennedy are not taking a bold decision to make sure, same wave, thank you, Stephen Collins, thank you. Same wave, my people. Yeah, if they are not taking a bold decision to sign into law That landmark legislation, civil rights today, that led to the death of Dr. Martin Luther King in Tennessee, Philadelphia. In Philadelphia, Tennessee. We also not going to be here. This America did not get great because they did not read their history and follow through where they failed. America became great and continue to be greater because they always go back to their history to try to fix where they slipped and fell. We Liberians, our government have vehemently and consistently refused to do that, and we must force them to do just that. And that's how some of us got this energy that we got. Yeah, you can feel it and you can feel it. And we want you to join us. I don't need to get anything from them. But I want to feel good when I go back home. I want to feel good. When I retire, I should not only be the king in my neighborhood, in my community, that I'm the only one that can afford. I will not feel good. And that's why we do what we do. Okay? If the president have done more, say 1847 or say 1822, he is the best president. He should not be begging PYJ for NIMBA candidate votes. He need to tell election commission to do their job and stop the kakale car play they're on there. Play now for with our lives. They don't do what they got to do because we pay them to do just that. And let us go to the election. The level playing field must be created. It must be fair. It must be transparent. And folks that will mess up must be held accountable. That's all we are asking for. That is all we are asking for because we don't want to go back to where we came from. And hopefully we're not going there because we're going to beat just we are like market dog. And we can't beat him by sitting and talking and not doing what we're talking. We must talk, but we must also go there and educate our folks because they are poor people, no disrespect. And the government is the primary. The government from the past to today is the primary reasons why the people are poor in Liberia. They are responsible. And you know what? Not only that they meet them with everything, like infrastructure or development or jobs, they meet them with everything you think about, including information. And that's why I'm so grateful to my Creator for giving me the kind of agility, information power, education. And I also say thank you plenty to the American people for their generosity to keep us here to work and do what we got to do for our people. Imagine we're not here. The people would die in our country. Imagine Liberians were not out. The people would die in our country. I know they're dying already, but at least it is reasonable. All right? So we got to fight back. If they don't change, change must change then. If there's still an election, we move on there with revolution and force them out. Because that's what they understand. But we'll wait until they give us that reason. And that reason will be to tamper with the election result. We ain't joking. Plenty of people get that plan. They're not saying it because they don't have the platform that I got. And so I would say it. Not joking. We're not joking. We're not going to go to Buto. We're not going to Bumming Hill. We're not going to Grand Gila. We're not going to Lofa Kane to get started. We will start right in Morovia. If you don't take down WEAH house, because we want to take him down. Or maybe at the executive marshal. He's not there, so we're not going there. Jamaica Resort, his house, and the church. That be with target. I tell you now, I'm not hiding nothing. If they mess with that election, that the play will start. We hear, don't put four. Catch you. You gotta go. If you think I'm joking, or people who thinking that way they're joking, ask Samuel. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. The phones are open. I posted it. And beside that, the numbers are running up there. Okay? Up there, where you see Abraka Talk Show. The numbers are there. If you call before, that's the same number. Okay? So, me, my own talking finish. If you got anything to say, you need to call now. If you don't have anything to say, no problem. A lot of people putting something in the comment section. Probably I will try to read some tonight if I have the time. But literally, I've seen everything that run it through, okay? This one, we got to stop it. And the way to stop it is for us to vote in our majority. The same thing the American people did here in America. All right? First time, untraditional president that America ever produced. That will let the country. You get a hard time, they will give you a hard time. Donald Trump thought he could denigrate everybody and walk away with it. He denigrated John McCain. A long time, lifelong Republican star. Women, journalists will give him one-time president. We'll do it to George WEAH. Hello, caller. What is your name? Where are you calling us from? We are fiery here, man.
My name is Louis.
Yeah, bro, Louis. What's up, brother?
I'm calling from Massachusetts.
Thank you for calling.
For the show. It's so informative, but like the election thing is coming out, and you guys talking about voter registration card, getting birth certificate, or those things like that. But I think the main thing we should be doing right now, the political party should all come together and move on election commission. I think that's a play we need to be for now, because they're not doing anything. They will set us apart and not do anything about it. This guy will bring the election. And when it gets break, they're going to say, oh, okay, well, please forget it. We don't have to wait for that point. He will lose this opportunity. I mean, our children will suffer for the rest of our life again. We don't need this. It's not for the patient. Thank you for the show.
Thank you, my brother. Just save the number the next time you want to call. That's the number right there.
Okay.
All right, my brother. Thank you. That was our first caller. And, those of you that put in comment here is good. Not too bad. If you want to call, you can call. The lines are open. Like I said, 267-938-2801. The WhatsApp number is +1 267-648-8012. The direct number to call the show tonight is 267-938-2801. Our WhatsApp number is +1 267-648-8012. All of you that are traveling to Liberia for the purpose of voting or registering to vote in March 2023, please inbox me on the 267 number anyway, 8012. All right? All of you, you don't have to say anything right now if you don't want to say anything, okay? But please, we're trying to pull a team together for that particular month. A lot of people traveling, including our buddy Henry Costa, is also going back to register. He's running for the position of senator in Massachusetts County, okay? So we understand and we notice a lot of people going to Liberia because this election is a critical election for our lifetime. Because this bunch of looters, we need to get them out. And the first option we got is that power that we got to vote, to elect, and to vote to remove. That's the first option. And whether they like it or not, they must create the level playing field for us to exercise that power. If they fail to do so, and they want to steal the election and they're dead, they need to ask American where his grave is. My people, you also read our history. They need to ask him. If Joe WEAH think he's stubborn, he ain't stubborn more than Liberian people. He ain't stubborn equal to Liberian people. Liberian people can give you long route until their court get foot. When you get foot, you're on your own, my brother. You're on your own. I charted up. When the people got disgruntled, 1998, when they started with him, he said they were dissident forces, people who were dissatisfied as a result of election results because he beat all of them. But let me tell you something. When you are in the neighborhood, in your small little corner, in your community, you bachelor, you handsome, just looking like me, okay? You go around all these Jews in the community, everybody tell you, say, the boy gets spilled, the boy gets speed. That's true. But let me tell you something. This is a simple traditional analogy, okay? When you get married, you can't do that any longer. If you did it, people will start shaming you. People will say you're fornicating, especially those of us who are believers. You can't do that anymore. So I'm saying that to say Charles Taylor and the rest of the folks fought. They fought. They said they wanted to remove Doe. They did successfully, including Prince Johnson. They removed Samuel Doe and the rest of the people that, they fought. We went to election in 1997, he won as a president. The number one person in any country is the president, okay? That's a fact, okay? But even at that level, Charles Taylor did not change. He didn't realize that he was now president. He thought he was still rebel. A rebel leader. He didn't realize it. So he was still chasing other folks. I still remember September 18th when Roosevelt Johnson decided not to go to him. He sent Peter Farnborough. I think Peter Farnborough was either Sando or Grand Cru kind of senator in the proportional representative house created as a result of 1997 election. Peter Farnborough, I still remember, was the man doing the mediation work between Charles Taylor, executive marshal, and Roosevelt Johnson, Ken Johnson Road City. That September 18th, that morning, our on Ken Johnson Road, you don't know how the bureau looking here. Our Yana boss selling paper mechanics around the place. And chewing gum. Already. But Ecomo was still in the country. So Taylor said the government offered Roosevelt Johnson $40,000 to $48,000 to go to hospital. The hospital better than Nigeria style. To go to hospital. I think Roosevelt Johnson went to Nigeria. When he returned to the country, Taylor did not know. So Taylor wanted for Roosevelt Johnson to report to him that I'm coming back, all right now. Roosevelt Johnson did not do that according to Taylor's scenario. And he came out Ken Johnson Road and said, in fact, the way the direction of the country was ugly. That was Roosevelt Johnson's statement. And because of that, he was not sure the Charles Taylor SOD police. So Johnson said, no police car should park on Ken Johnson Road because he owned a ground. Mr. Taylor said, that one president and that one city, that one country. Okay? So they had the invaded Roosevelt Johnson, but before they could get there, Ecomo was already there. One of the AD of Roosevelt Johnson got killed on the spot. Peter Farnborough backed off and went back to President Taylor at the executive mansion. What they didn't do, he ordered the raiding on Ken Johnson Road. George Bush was president, okay? Roosevelt Johnson and his team, they ran, they took the beach. I don't know how SOD, the ATU guys, the SOS people, charted a group called SOS, Security on Security. Okay? Those ones that were in plain clothes. Alright? The demon forces were in something like this one. Okay? So, the people ran to the embassy through the beach. American embassy, before SOD police could get there with demon forces, Roosevelt Johnson was already in, bulk of the folks were in already, and they opened fire at the American embassy. Some of you that don't know the story, that's where George Bush came up with that statement. Okay? George Bush described Liberia as insignificant country and opened fire at the U.S. embassy. Vanny passed away. Former press secretary Charles Taylor responded to that statement. Charles Taylor suspended him. Mr. Taylor said when president speaks, that president can respond. So, my people, this story not ending. Our leaders have not changed, and we must force them to change. We must force them to change. Charles Taylor and the rest of the guys fought, and he became president on the fair ground. You can give it any interpretation. He won. He is the first person that got that number of votes based on our political history. Little over 75% of the vote, according to Election Commission result, backed by ECOWAS and United Nations. Whether you like it or not, some people say he looted the resources prior to that election. He was in Ghana. He had control over 90% of the country, so Liberian people were listening to him every day. Some people say on the psychological end of the story that Liberian people were just scared of him. They were tired of war. They were tired of going from place to place. Let's give it to him. On the political side, those of us from the intellectual side, political intellectualism, we said no, that was not the issue. The opposition were not ready. So, different angle, different analysis, and different belief. But Taylor won the election. How many political parties did we have? We had 13 political parties that participated in the election. Even if all of them have gone together against Charles Taylor is going to beat them. That's a fact. So you see it? We've been rewarding ugly forever since. Not when they were Charles Taylor. We did it with Samuel Doe. And we saw the end. Liberian people say, country woman born soldier and native, country woman. And Congo woman born raw when they killed Turbo. Even in the midst of that song that the Liberian people sang, the country woman that born soldier, the soldiers started to kill in country brothers and sisters, including babies in NIMBA County, NIMBA Ray. 1983, if I can remember. 1985, and you name it. When Taylor King said, we said, you came my man, you came my pa, I will vote for you. That man that we gave that kind of love to, we voted for him in our majority as a people, as a country. That very man turned against him because he refused to realize he was not the president of the Republic of Liberia. He was the number one classic, citizen of our country, just like any country around the world. Samuel Kayando too forgot. He didn't know he was the number one person in our country. He started treating Afro. Everybody wanted to treat Afro. Wearing BB gun, everybody started wearing BB gun. Charles Taylor started to call, marine haircut. Everybody cutting marine haircut. Eddie Johnson Sadikin with her own kangaroo story. They quote unquote international community, good friends in the international. What did we benefit? Shit! We didn't get shit out of it. Stole all the money, put her adultery in the government. International media go to, interview her, and then she getting vexed. Some of these people need to be executed. They need to be executed. George WEAH now is doing the same thing. He didn't come with AK-47. He did not come with mortar. He did not come with bazooka. He did not come with M16. He came as a peacemaker, according to him, as a peace ambassador. He won this vote here fair. He got it. But he forgotten too that he's the leader of us. He's the leader of our country. He's not a married man that in charge of their family yet. He's not learning from the rest of the people. He's chasing people, calling all enemy of the state. He forgot. And he needs to take a back step. Because those of us who are believers, we can forgive you, but there's a condition on the forgiveness. You must repent. If you don't repent, we'll not forgive you. Like people will not forgive George WEAH if he doesn't repent. If George WEAH steal our election, we'll flush him out. I'm saying we. You need to have that definition on the basis of our history. Because other leaders did what he's doing, and you know how they ended. Whether you like me, you don't like me, you like their platform, you don't like their platform, you like George WEAH, you don't like George WEAH, you like Taylor, you don't like Taylor. It is on you. But that is the fight. Who told Ekoma to leave the country? It was Charles Taylor. According to Bronski, he advised Taylor for Ekoma not to leave. And Taylor said that's what he was doing. Because he was now the CRC, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia. Did he use the Armed Forces of Liberia? No, he brought in demon forces. According to Charles Bronski, may so rest in peace, it was on that basis they fell apart. Because Charles Bronski was also in that proportional representation government as a senator of Grand Bassa County and presided over the Senate as pro tem. Let me tell Reverend Mo call. Reverend Mo.
Yes, sir. How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
God is good. God is in my corner, and God is doing everything to keep me super strong and energetic.
Amen. Amen. God bless you.
Yeah, Reverend Mo, go ahead. What you got to say?
Yeah.
Lay on us.
I want to thank you for educating our people and enlightening them, those that want to travel back home to register for the election. And I just want to talk to our people back home that when this time comes to register to vote, let them go and vote. Their vote is so important because if they don't vote and George WEAH happens to go back, I'm of the conviction George WEAH can win the election.
Yeah, but we can't say that and forget about ourselves, Reverend Mo. You know that, right?
Yeah.
We got to do our job. We got to do what we got to do to make sure he doesn't do it. Because you get that motherfucker chance, you're going to do it.
Yeah, we need everyone to go and vote. We need everyone to go and vote. I'm myself trying to see how early I can get my passport to be able to go there, register, and vote. But George WEAH have not done anything to warrant him to have a second term. And whatsoever they have planned is going to go against them. If you look at how things is going now in the country, everything going against them. Because most of the secret that they thought would never come out, it is coming out.
Everything popping up. That God beating them so.
Yeah.
That God beating them.
One thing I want to tell the people in the opposition bloc, I don't think people should get mad at Eugene Fagon. Eugene Fagon is doing the work. He's doing the work because he has been pushed under the bus. And where he reached now, God is using him to reveal those secrets that we all knew that the government killed those orators. But people say we were lying. Thank God it is coming from within their cycle. It is coming from within the cycle. So I just want to use this time to encourage our brothers and sisters back home to go and vote. The reason why our brothers and sisters back home are not demonstrating and not protesting because their mind is made up. George WEAH never knew that 2023 would have come this early. He and all of his people, they thought 2023 was going to be a far year, but here we are. And people are so eager to go and avenge their anger on the ballot box. I just want to thank you for the show and continue the good work. I'm watching. I'm at work. I'm watching and listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Reverend. Thank you. Thank you for calling. All right, folks. So, that is why it is. Like my CEO said, Abraham Kamara II, this is your platform. We are just here to do exactly what we need to do to make sure we contribute to our country getting better, okay? You might have different political view. I might have different political view. But the good news is all of us want to make sure Liberia is a better place. And that is all we sit here to say what we say. I guarantee you, if our government start to do better, and the people can find job to do, and they will steal their money and subject them into poverty, and give them $20 to get on Sir Joseph thank you buses from America to go and welcome people, our talking will reduce. Probably get out. How long they continue to do that, to use the people like a dump truck, when they build a mansion, they can't go there anymore, we will talk. We will talk, and they can't do nothing to always gain. The song singer say you can fool some people sometimes, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Liberians, we are resilient people. We are, evident by our past. You know how many people sustain injury, how many people die at Greystone as a result of Law Forces mortar. And Joey, you see that one? What led to that fight? What led to these people being killed? It is corruption. Ain't nothing else. It's not because Manigo men not like kissing men or kissing men not like Bunny men. That was not the issue. It was because of corruption. Leaders failed to understand they were leaders of our country or they were leaders of our country. And they took everything onto themselves. That's what we see now. You do concession, you put it in the document. County A, the affected county, you will get $5. That company, that concession there, give the $5 to government. Government can give it to that spot. They do it to NIMBA, they do it to Bon, they do it to Bassa, they're doing it to Bomi County now, Grand Kema County, and guess what? Bapulu. According to UNDP report, Bomi County and Maigibi, they are the closest two counties to the capital city. UNDP report, Human Development Index report, that Bomi County is the poorest county in our country. Western Crosser Dell, St. Darby Dell, they palm people Dell. They got multiple people in that place. Every snow leave from Moserado County and go to Bomi and give everybody money and get the making senator. He's there now representing Joshua. Can we really 100% hold hungry people responsible? People who are hopeless? Don't you see malnutrition in the people when you go to Liberia? You don't see that. They are not physically fit, but they don't look good because they got food to eat. Even the paracetamol American people and other international organizations helping always, they take it from JFK and carry it elsewhere. They go sell it. And if people can sell their own diplomatic passport, then what else? Then a kind of Minnesota, they say, we want to close the consulate that we pay for. Then they go dance. That's the government we got. Now they're begging PYJ for NIMBA County votes. Somebody here talking rubbish. And those are vessel connected, what connected. Okay? Hey, you are the best in 1822. You are the best president, the best government. Why are you begging PYJ? Why are you begging for votes? Okay? Some of you ain't got nothing to offer. The thing we're doing here, say you're not able to do it. You ain't got no conversation point. You ain't got no talking point. You don't even know about your country. Some of you being in the country 32, 35 years, you're like Kevasan. You ain't got no understanding that what you can't even say for 1 minute. Me, I'm born and raised in two counties, Lofa and Moserado County, and I can give you the story. But we got to have story time, and that's when you get to know what's up. We're not boasting, but we understand our country, and that's the reason we talk the way we talk. Besides what we read, and we continue to read, we saw things play out in real time. When Chancellor went to peace accord in Ghana, and all that double flipping, diplomatic double flipping, then Benjamin then said there will be military vibration, anything funny happen. I was alright. If you don't know, let me tell you. I'll give it to you free. I was ready when Chancellor came from Ghana. I read it. I saw it play out. You got no idea about your country. You just saw Joshua play football, you like him. That like them will eat. He said the man love the country, he can't do shit for the country. He can't play football, we get 96,000 in addition to other payments. Then he goes back to Liberia, he can't do his job. He go on curiosity to play basketball. Street football. Shame on you. You're supposed to leave from here and go to Liberia to go live there, send Joey the president. That's what you're supposed to do. Let me do my commercial and call it a night, okay? So, we had a very, very nice conversation on the weekend about immigration and visa, American immigration system and visa, okay? And to be honest with you, I've been getting a lot of good feedback in real time. And that one, no politics business inside that one. You see, in addition to what we do, we go with clacking, we move from there, we come, we do the other one too. So I want to take this time to say thank you, plenty those of you that call me. And even on the Blue app, people are sending me messages. Under our posts, Liberia Today Media, there are a lot of people. You might not find yourself in that situation, that's fine. But there are a lot of people in that situation. And the simplest thing you can do for goodness is to share the show. That's all you need to do. Share the show with folks. Please share the show with folks. Because there are a lot of people got some issues going on. In real time, I can tell you. They can't get their green card, they can't get their permit, they can't get citizenship, their paperwork for their family all messed up. I'm telling you. When I said and told you it's super easy, right? It is easy because I know what to do. That's why it appears super easy. It is not super easy if you mess it up. Okay? So, having said that, Kangoma Multi-Services Consulting, KMC LLC, Family-Based Immigration Services. Immigration and Income Tax Services, actually. Before I go further, let me make this disclaimer. Our agency is not a law firm, yeah? Our agency is not a law firm. We are not lawyers. Just so you know. And everything we're saying here, we don't want you to use it as a legal consultation. No, it is not. It is not a legal consultation. It is just a informational reason. We are not a law firm, and we are not a charity organization, and we are not lawyers. We're doing this because we know how to do it, and legally we are allowed to do so. Our agency is a profit-making agency registered in North Dakota. So if you want to do your citizenship paperwork, you've been here at least 5 years on green card, we can help you process that for you. You want to file for your husband, your wife, minor children, adult children, and parents if you are U.S. citizen, brothers and sisters, we can help you do all of that. If you just came to this country, for whatever reason, how you can, how you can't, another thing. You don't get green card yet, and there's some paperwork that you got we can use to get you green card, we can do that too. If you came on refugee paper, that piece of paper they gave you, they call it I-94, departure arrival paper, documented, and you don't get your green card yet, we can help you get it. If you were in the country yet, at least May 2017, the DED for Liberians, and you were here, it means you are qualified for that for work permit. Joe Biden did that. We can do your process, and then we give you work permit to go to work. Fiancé visa, boyfriend, girlfriend visa. If you get your boyfriend in Liberia, you get it in Europe, you get it in Russia, any part of the world you got them, or your girlfriend, any part of the world you got them. You are U.S. citizen. Those are the two major requirements. You are U.S. citizen, and you are going to visit with them for the last 24 months, which is 2 years. You want to file for them to come visit you, we can do that one too. If you just want to invite somebody to come and visit you or your family in the U.S., some people call it family reunion, some people call it for wedding, some people for, somebody graduating, family member graduate, whatever that story is. If you get no story, don't worry. We'll give you story, okay? It is legal. They call it visiting visa. Call us. Then the other spot that many people catching hard time with income issue, the affidavit of support. Affidavit of support is based on income. And that income is calculated based on your household. The people you put on your tax document, you claim them, and the intended immigrants, those that come in, either two people, either one person, or more, that will match that with your income to be able to understand that you can use that income for them to come. If you can't use that income, maybe it's below, that is when we need to do joint sponsor for you or household member contract. Either household member contract, someone you and them live under the same roof, two adults, they can help you beef your income up. Or somebody who live at different address, you are not related to them. Household member contract, you got to be related to them. Possibly with the same last name, okay? But joint sponsor, you don't have to have any relationship with them. They just got to be maybe your friend and they're willing to do it. The basis of that is to beef up your income to be able to sponsor that family to come on your tax paper. Visa application, DS2 system. Once the paper is approved by USCIS Immigration, they send it to National Visa, you call on us, we will help you to do the payment for you, either through your credit card or your bank account, or you send all the money, we use our business card to do it. Either way will work for us, okay? So we submit all your paperwork to National Visa Center, and they will review it in real time. As they sending our email, they're sending you email because we make sure your email address is on file. If you read your email, fine. You not read it, we'll read it for you and tell you what's up. In addition to that, we are also licensed to do life insurance. If you are in North Dakota, you are in Pennsylvania, you are in Minnesota, you are in Delaware, these are still we are certified to deal with. But if you are in other states, we can request for non-resident license. We still do it too. So you got to deal with places that you got market target. That's the reason for that. No restriction, but we deal with places that you got market target. You know, American government, small city, small state, and the federal government are all business. Okay? Even though you took the test and pass it, to get that license, you got to pay money. So you can't pay money for states that you don't have target. That's just the reason. But we are certified continental USA, US and Canada to do life insurance. And it is good. I know our African people get much time for that. Also, we are doing income tax preparation. This weekend, I'm working my regular job. But I'm hoping we have some tax talk. Maybe 45 minutes to an hour when I leave work. Maybe I will drop down my hour by 1. Maybe. So we can do tax talk. The last time we did it, we got a lot of feedback and a lot of people got to understand certainty on their tax document. This platform is not an ordinary platform. This is an extraordinary platform. Okay? We are real people. We not come from Ghana. We see our dad and they are around the corner. We see our mother and some people they ain't know their dad. They ain't even get dad. But they're misbehaving though. Man! Alright, we are also helping with student loan repayment plan document preparation. A lot of stuff on our plate. In addition to that, if you get paperwork problem in Liberia, you're trying to process your family paper, that birth certificate, traditional marriage certificate, passport, and other small things, and giving you hard time, give her a call. We will guide you and we'll tell you exactly what you need to do. If you hired our agency, we got our partner there, we will turn you over to them and they will help you, whatever there you got to talk down on. If we get the paper here, we send it to them, we handle that. But if we refer you to them, we send your telephone number to them, they call you. Then you and them handle it. Anything you handle, we not inside. If you give it to us here, we give it to them, then we inside. Okay? Sylvester, I don't get time for you. You live in your own world, my brother. You live in your own world, but what I'm doing here, you're not able to do it. I challenge you. I can even bring you on the show if you want. Inbox me. You can just test it right here. Let me read it so everybody can hear it. The thing I'm talking here, you're not able to do it, Sylvester. I challenge you. You're the CDC people or ANC people. You're just different people. This country is a democratic country. You have the right to do what you want to do within the confines of law. You don't want to do that. You want to be here, describing people. Go get your own platform. Why you here? The thing you not want here, then you coming after it. You don't want me to deal with Joseph Boakai. You don't want me you don't want me to support Joseph Boakai. I don't understand you guys. Some of your Liberians, you're just different people. You can actually support your own person you want to support. I will have no problem. Why you got problem with this, my brother? You're getting yourself depressed for nothing. And you coming here to watch, to listen to my golden voice. Man, education is good, brother. Information is power. Whether you like it or not, that's the fight. You initially mentioned that we all live in America. I agree. How you using your America living? You say just we all love the country, but you love your family, you don't do nothing for them. You love your country, you don't do nothing for the country. You only stealing. Then you come here, you think I'm going to really pull Duffer 4 issue? I don't get time for that. All of y'all here trying to say something crazy and you can't leave. And I'm not going to block you. Y'all will continue to hear the hard truth. So in addition to that, folks, we got a free professional phone consultation on all of the services we just mentioned about. 24/7. Free professional phone consultation on all of the services mentioned above. Our phone numbers are 267-648-8012 and 701-330-4693. The two phone numbers are on WhatsApp. Either way, you can get us, whenever you want to. We are open 24/7, 7 days a week. If we go to bed, we go to bed, okay? Our website address is www.kangomaconsulting.com. www.kangomaconsulting.com. So far, so good. That is where we are. I'm going to play small music while I post the agency number. If nobody call, then we call it a night. I think we did great. I don't get time for these people here. They come out of my life, be listening to me, enjoying the show, and they want to talk trash talk. I ain't got time for all of you because the thing I'm doing, you're not able to do it. You're not able.
Sis Maureen, Sapwaka, Yamate, a dream never snow. We won't pay, but the chairman, it will walk and back. You the party, oh yeah! Break it down, break it down, break it down. Male, 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 mama, male, 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 Joseph Boakai, oh yeah! Let's go. Again, take it, oh, take it down, 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 take it up, take it up, take it up. Joseph Boakai been inside us, he been inside, Joseph Boakai been inside us, he been us. Love Liberia, Joseph Boakai, Liberia, Joseph Boakai, teach Liberia, Joseph Boakai, hey Liberia, Joseph Boakai, love Liberia, Joseph Boakai, teach Liberia, Joseph Boakai, hey Liberia, Joseph Boakai, Liberia, Joseph Boakai. And people you're there for Joseph Boakai.
Let me make it get them more.
And people you're there for
Aaron Johnson in the house.
hey you're there for and people you're there for hey you're there for
trying to find another one to play, man. Oh my goodness, they picking here. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yeah. Yo, we still on inside. I ain't got time for you. Hey, yo, we still on inside. Come on, man. Hold on a minute. I don't want that. I want the other one. Oh God. Yep. Let's do this. Sweet Liberia. Eric Johnson in the house. EJ.
Wake up. This is your own boy, DJ. I'm back again. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to propose.
It's a
Mama Liberia. Nothing to propose.
Man, I'm sweaty, man.
Liberia.
I'll tell you what's up.
Sweet.
Now before y'all thank you for the birthday cake, orange juice all the way.
Hey, don't just say for the poor. Education say simple. The whole country broke because all of them are rude.
They are all criminals.
Only people take it proud. Yeah, take it proud. Don't just say for the poor. No peace, no unity. Many people suffering. Many people crying. No food, no job.
No job.
Don't just say for the poor. Mama Liberia. Say
That's the one of Jesus for just of our country. If you don't like it, go on the ocean. We don't have time for you.
Sweet Mama Liberia. Sweet Mama Liberia. There's a change for hope. We've been hoping for change.
We've been hoping.
There's no change.
No change.
No change. Our people cry.
They are.
Our children suffering.
And being killed by Bakuba number one.
People are suffering. Hey, no change. Save us every not taking pay. You working no salary. You won't complain. I say rain.
It's rain.
Get all the resources. But say with your body your country. By the time you go. By the road you go. By the iron you go. Hey Lord, we want to know. But no justice for the poor. We want to know. No medication. No impartation.
Oh!
So discussion.
Discussion, man.
That's all they know. See Mama Liberia. Nothing to propose.
See Mama Liberia.
Nothing to propose. Sweet Mama Liberia. Nothing to propose. Sweet liberty. Sweet Mama Liberia. Come on. Hey. Mama
Hey man, our country is a sweet country. Yeah, we are making professional food. Hey God forgive us, man.
Speak the truth for the people. Be Mama Liberia. Nothing to propose. Sweet Mama Liberia. Nothing to propose. Sweet Mama Liberia. Nothing to propose. Sweet.
Oh man. Eric Johnson. This boy is gifted, man. So my people, y'all think, yeah? I think we had a wonderful show. Fascinating. It was firing. Many people didn't call, but guess what? Our number went up hard based on what I'm looking on Facebook. And you know what? The platform is kind of small, I would say, but it's a powerful platform. Because I know what's up. Every time somebody watch the show, I get it pop up on my phone in real time. Okay? Every night I have to charge my phone. And you know what? I think that's a good thing. You never know that you are doing great until people start to give you positive feedback for what you do. If I can come and sit here for 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours on behalf of Mama Liberia to make the situation better, I'm adding up to those who did what they did to even get up from the First Republic. Okay? So this country we're in, America, it will never burn better. People fought for justice. They fought for freedom. They fought for equal rights at all levels of the U.S. government. And some of them got assassinated. And that blood that wasted on the ground, some have been celebrated now, but it was never easy. And that blood from Abraham Lincoln, from John F. Kennedy, okay, from Dr. Martin Luther King, that is what we enjoy today. That is what we exactly enjoy in America today. That is the reasons why our government in Liberia must change. Because philosophers say there is no easy way to success. And there is no success without a rocky road. I think we already have enough. We already have enough, and our leaders just need to understand that a single human being don't really need to take everybody's resources and just for day alone. How much do you need to live? As a being, even we in America, a family size of 5 maybe, or even 6, and making 5 or 6 figure in the more you are just all fine. Public survey is not a place for stealing or looting, especially considering our past. This has been our number one problem. Yes, other countries went through it, they have graduated now, or they are graduating, but we are not. And that we is directly to the leaders, not the hungry people, hopeless people, malnourished people, as a result of government ugly behavior. We are not people that don't like our country or don't like our president. We don't like the president policy because it is ugly. And he have refused to graduate from being the bachelor and a married man. What that means? From private citizen life to be the public citizen. That's what that is. And he's not catching it though because people are telling him some stuff. And everybody, in the first place, on the basis of nature, will not dance to your tune. Myself, yes, some people, even inside my family, they don't like me. That's their right. And me too, I don't like certain people. That is human nature. But the good news is we all need to respect each other and take only what is for us. Especially when you find yourself in public service. I was there before. I was not nobody. I was just far clear as Minister of Foreign Affairs, helping to manage the files and helping to find out information for folks. I was there before. But even at that level, I took tests and I gave my civil servant paper here, laminated nicely to tell you where we've been. We're not perfect people, but we need to, practice perfection through steady growth and progress. That's what we need to do. In our individual life and public life. We can go or we can down Liberians. We can hang in the middle. We can politicize everything we want to politicize, including other people have. Even when I go in the bathroom, you want to politicize it, you can politicize it. But one thing we should do in the midst of that politics, Liberia and Liberians must always be number one priority for everything we do. If we don't do that, even the essence and the definition of politics is defeated. When you don't prioritize your country, when you don't love your country in real time, when you don't feel sorry for your people, when you don't deliver based on your promises to your people, you defeat the definition of politics. Because politics, in its definition, for those of us that study political science, is advocating for your people and doing it for them. That's what Thomas Hobbes talked about in his thesis, Still of Nature. That society will not stay. And therefore, there must be a neutral body that will provide a balance between poor or weak and strong. And that happens to be government today. All over the world. We are on the disadvantaged side of our government. Past and present. The government kill their own auditors. The government kill their own security. The government kill their own children. The government cannot even protect its own people. Then what's the essence of governance? What is the essence of governance? How can you be your parents? You cannot provide for your children. You cannot even protect them. You cannot even clothe them. You cannot even give them food. You can't even give them water. What kind of parents are you? It is shameful. It is embarrassing. And this must stop. And that's all we want. We are not going to get tired. It looks like 6 years is too much, but you see, it's almost done. It is almost done. Okay? So my people, like I said, we are Liberians too, and we matter. And there's some singers say, you can fool some people sometimes, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Liberia will get better. And Liberians in our majority, we must make the necessary effort, frantic effort, to make sure that better Liberia will contribute towards it. The military people say time for peace, prepare for war, and time for war, prepare for peace. Other social philosopher says, tough times don't last, but tough people do. I don't care what they do. Our leaders, we're going to exist as a country on planet Earth and its people. And we will defeat them. We will defeat them in real time. We don't care how long it takes. We're going to defeat the bad people. And that country will be better. Even if we don't enjoy it, our children will enjoy it, and our children will realize. The same way Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln, and the rest of the folks in America did it, and the guy they assassinated, they did not enjoy shit. But we are enjoying it today. Their great-grandchildren are enjoying it today. Liberia will be just like that. It is tough right now, but it's going to get better. That's all I got to give you tonight. By the grace of God, tomorrow will be it. And tomorrow, we're going to be ballistic. We're going to discuss the 4 auditors that got killed. Their death was commissioned by George Weah. I'm not saying alleged. Was commissioned by George Weah, plus the Triple S guy, the EPS guy, Executive Protective Service guy that got killed in NIMBA County with multiple shots in his brain on George Weah County tour. Who commissioned that death? George Weah did. And that's contradiction when it comes to the governance. The government is supposed to protect the people. You cannot commission the death for your own SSS, your own VIP security personnel. I'm not a military person, but even in the military, even in the police, they get professional standard, whatever they call it. If there were anything that went wrong for whatever reason, that brother needed to be sent to court to face justice. If he ever undermined his oath of office to protect the VIP, he didn't deserve to be killed the way he was killed. Even chicken better. And you think we're going to let it go? We will keep talking it. We will pull it in the voters' ears. What do that? You kill him. You commission his death. And that's why you refuse to give the death certificate to his wife. Today, you forced that woman to say what she didn't want to say. To say her husband died as a result of suicide. How can somebody commit suicide, then they open fire on their own brain? How many bullets are supposed to go there? Today, she can't live in her own country with her 3 small babies. Hey, George Weah, this is wickedness in high places. We're going to discuss it tomorrow. We got some video here we're going to show to you. Somebody got a laptop here that got some story they're refusing to come on our show. The year right now in America. They got good story on our laptop. One of the folks that got killed in the basement of LRA building. But subsequently, we'll talk to them. We'll give it to you. You can't do that. You cannot do that. On the basis of dismiss former Deputy Minister Eugene Fagon statement on Spoon Talk a few days ago, we're going to come up with the 4 auditors' death plus the EPS personnel that got killed based on the order of George Weah on county tour in NIMBA County. That's the topic tomorrow. We don't care what papa, we're going to discuss that. I just giving it to you. And all of you under my voice, if you have any information regarding that topic, inbox me. All right, Sister Kolo, I get that, but you should have said it ever since. But the people know JMB anyway. JMB is my uncle, my senior uncle. Tomorrow we'll make it better, yeah? Thank you, ma. So tomorrow, we're going to discuss the 4 auditors and the EPS fellow that got killed, okay? So that is why it is. Thank you plenty for coming. Somebody coming to class late tonight. My sister, Massa Riggs, you coming to class late. We are done, my big sister. Tomorrow, we're coming with those people that got killed as a result of just we are commissioning their death illegally. Without no court, no justice, no nothing. That's why Ira Johnson said no justice for the poor. Thank you plenty, yeah? Good night. I see you when I see you. Sister Kulu said she was late. Stevie Kata said she also late, but you can watch it. You can still watch it. You're good.